welcome to CIO News. This is Afreen Khan, your host for the broadcast and head of operations at CIO News. I have along with me Mr. Prasad Patil, who's the Chief Executive Officer at Vishwas Cooperative Bank, Nasik.
Yes.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Patil, we know for a fact that the BFSI industry has shifted substantially from the traditional way of working to a technological way of working. So, when we talk about when we talk about the growth in that sector, what are your insights in the growth in the BFSI as well as the fintech sector?
Basically, growth in the BFSI is very much what we can definitely make out, and that is from the number of figures or number of statistics that are being put in. Earlier, it was like manual banking, and then everything was it was full of error, or it wasn't that 100% accuracy. But nowadays it is 100% accurate and everything is being digitalized. So the things are getting smooth nowadays, and that can be evident from the figures that okay, uh, in the month of May alone itself, there were some UPI based transactions around 14 lakhs in the 89,000 crores. So that is the figure, and
Huge number.
almost 447 banks from India which are live on UPI today. So it is trying to grow. However, the biggest challenge would be to have the technological support, and for that we do need the fintechs. We do need the support from the fintechs. So fintech has got a huge potential now and huge market in India, because if we talk about cooperative banks, there are 1534 banks at pan India, and these urban cooperative banks doesn't have the own expertise or own resources to manage the things. So basically they are more into the need of getting the collaboration with the fintechs. But the thing is that currently fintechs are not approaching to the cooperative banking sector. They don't look at this sector as a sector which can help their businesses. But it's not true. They have to reach out to the people, and they have to explain that how spending on the capex things, uh, instead of that, if they can have collaboration with any kind of any type of fintech, then it will definitely help them grow in the business, and that itself will generate the revenue for the cooperative banks as well as for the fintech. So it can be a win-win situation for both of them.
Yes.
So that is how the fintechs and cooperative banking sector, we can say they both can grow with hands in hand.
True that, yes, because right now it's all revolving around the mainstream banks which are there. And fintech also, that the sector, it's just boomed recently in the last couple of years, and they have their own ways of working.
Yes.
So I think the collaboration with cooperative banks is going to give them an edge, specifically in areas where there is no mainstream bank presence, because they might be present virtually. And most of the Indian market is from the rural areas where there are cooperative banks
Yes,
and not
and
the
actually
mainstream
the
banks.
cooperative banks are helping the rural economy a lot.
Correct.
Today, a person who is say earning is 10,000 rupees per month, he finds it very difficult to go to any scheduled commercial banks, or he feels embarrassed with the
With it.
kind of things, or say kind of environment is there.
Yes.
So it's for him also that it is quite easy to approach any of the urban cooperative banks. Still in the urban cooperative bank there is a touch of humanly touch, or touch personalized touch is there. So
Yes.
people
Yes.
feels very comfortable while dealing with the urban cooperative banks.
Very true, very true. In fact, I recently heard someone said that Indian market is actually, you have an Indian market and then you have the Bharat market. So yeah, that is because there's such a majority of the Indian population which is residing in those areas, and probably it actually constitutes most of these people come from that particular
Yes. And
segment.
even these banks, they are not willing to finance, say, 20,000 or 50,000 rupees. These foreign banks, or these scheduled commercial banks, they are not willing. Whereas the core area for the urban cooperative banks are these small target customers.
Yes,
They
yes.
target the small customers. Even Reserve Bank of India thinks that you being a urban cooperative bank, you try to focus on these clients only, these type
Correct.
of customers only
Yes.
who are in need of 20,000, 50,000. Because if urban cooperative banks will also start lending to the builders and big corporates, then who will take care of these small
Small.
people? So that is why it is very much necessary.
Correct. And I think when you spoke about the collaboration between cooperative banks and fintech, because the fintech and particularly these online loan platforms that we have, because they actually offer these small time loans, a collaboration with a cooperative bank makes more sense to them as well.
Yes.
Because yes, it can be a shared responsibility and a win-win situation for both.
Yes, and that is basically because all these online platform, why they are getting the response? They are getting very good response.
Very
Why
true.
they are getting? It is mainly because this scheduled commercial banks and foreign banks, they are not interested in lending these people, and
Yes.
urban cooperative banks find it's very difficult to reach out to these people.
Yes. Yes.
So now cooperative banks also need to find ways how to reach to these people, and how they can actually make generate the revenue from these people.
People as well. Yes, correct, true that, sir. Just on that note, I'd like to actually ask, we know that yes, that there's a large portion which is still to be tapped, but nevertheless when we talk about the mainstream BFSI industry, there what do you think are the emerging technologies which will actually have a significant impact, because we know it's moving more on the technological side and less on the manual intervention side. So which of these emerging technologies will actually have an impact according to you?
There cannot be anything other than AI and ML, because
Very, yes, those are the buzzwords, of
those
course,
are the
yes.
recent trends. And of course both AI and ML, if implemented in the right direction or if implemented correctly, then it will help the banks generate more business. As I can talk about my institution, when banks from my area, they were finding it difficult to lend say 20 crores or 30 crores in a year, my bank was able to lend almost more than 100 crores, 120 crores. And that is basically we are using the technology to the highest level, and we are trying to generate the business. We are not waiting for customers to reach us. We are trying to reach to the customers to
Customers.
find out their needs, to cater the services whichever they expect from us. And now it is customer driven market. So
True.
you cannot say that okay, I have so and so product and I'll just cater this product to the customers. You have to design the product as per the customer need.
Correct.
And for designing the products as per the customer need, you can use AI to better effect. And yes, you should have a technology partner with you for that. You cannot just say that everything I'll do on my own and
Hmm.
I'll have or I'll hire the resources, because in the end you will end up spending so much. If you'll try to do everything on your own. So it is better that if anyone is expert in that field, let him do their work, and you do the banking. You just focus on the banking things, and let some technology partner take care of all the technological things, and whatever you want, you can just ask your technology partner to provide that thing. So that could be a better idea. And then if one concept is there, I don't know whether how many banks will agree to it, but if one district can have one technology partner serving to all the banks from that area,
Hmm.
then it will be a very affordable thing for all the banks. Because these technology partners, they do invest very heavily in getting the technology in place. So that cannot be affordable to one bank. But
Correct.
if 10 banks, 20 banks come together
Hmm.
and they say that okay, we'll have collaboration with you, and then we can pay you
Hmm.
as per or in the ratio of our businesses,
Correct.
it
Yes.
can be very
Yes.
affordable solution for all the urban cooperative banks. And then there is no other alternative right now. to exist in this market without the competition, or without entering into competition, or without going forward.
Correct.
So all the banks should think in this direction also.
Very true, because if you want to stay on the edge, if you really want to you want to stay ahead in the
Ahead
game,
of this.
you will have to think of new ways and means, and
Yes.
leveraging technology is very, very important, I think. So some great insights out there, sir. And just would like to know, you've been here at the All Things VFSI Summit. So how has been your experience, and your key takeaways from the summit?
It was really good. I have attended almost majority of the sessions, and it's really a learning experience, because so many who's who are there, and they are sharing the views, and you get to know many things, because I always prefer going into such events, because it always adds to my knowledge, and then the networking which we can have here, then exchanging the knowledge can definitely improve on yourself. So you have to definitely say that I'm very much satisfied with the event, and thanks to organizers, thanks to CIO News.
Really, really glad to hear that. And towards our session, sir, just one last question to you is, we at CIO News, I hope you're aware that we are doing this survey, and we just want to understand what specific trends do you anticipate will actually shape the future of BFSI and fintech industry? You mentioned AI and ML already, so anything that you'd like to add?
It is digital currency,
Hmm.
because even now RBI has come up with digital rupee, and crypto, as we all know that, okay, everybody is looking at crypto as a worldwide acceptable currency, maybe in another 4 to 5 years. So digital rupee is something very innovative step from RBI, and it does give us a signal that even RBI has accepted, and it can be a good move also, because whatever amount that we spend on printing of the notes, and then soil notes, whatever the banks has to collect from the
Recycle.
customers, and then so all these things can be
Avoid.
it can be replaced by the digital rupee. So digital rupee is definitely one thing, and I don't know how, means, because even RBI has launched it last year in the November,
Hmm.
but till now you don't find it anywhere,
Used, yes,
and that is
yes.
basically because still people are very confused that how I am going to make a transaction without actually physically giving the money.
Money.
So that news or the details about that thing has to be spread by Reserve Bank of India more.
Correct,
Of course,
yes.
Reserve Bank is spending more on customer awareness. So they have to think on these lines also, that okay, if this thing is get spread, or it is giving a wide publicity, if it is given wide publicity, then definitely people will start using it,
Using, yes,
and
yes.
so if people will start using it, then just like when digital transactions tried to happen, when this UPI was launched, and everybody was, no, 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 I won't use it.
Yes, people were
But then
scared.
suddenly COVID era come, and then right from a child who is 15 years old to 90 years old man, he started using this UPI
UPI,
based payment
yes.
system. So it will take time, but maybe down the lines 3 to 4 years,
That will
we'll
also come.
definitely move to digital rupee more.
Great, great. Thank you so much for your inputs, Mr. Patil. And it was a really, really nice session with you. Thank you for your time,
Yes,
sir.
same here. Thank you.